Hello again, Scorpio. So before we begin your reading, I have two cards for you, and I really like what you pulled here. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled Eternal Youth, Energy, Newness, and Vitality. And the blessing with this card says that you are about to be rejuvenated and filled with energy and potential. You will look and feel very well, and your health will be vital. You will be very attractive, and people will be drawn to your youthful free spirit and optimism. I love it. So then on top of that, you have Instinct from Chakra Wisdom. And this card is telling you to let go of all other senses but pure instinct. Don't doubt your instincts here, that you are being guided. The journey ahead is where spirit lies, and this actually talks about being led by your spirit guides. So I love it. I feel like you're being led to something that is going to bring back this feeling of youth to you. Okay, Scorp, here we go. Here is the energy coming through. The Ten of Swords, seeing that as a signifier, you know, it sucks, but at the same time, it's really not so bad. So, you know, this is an ending. Now, it may have been painful, but the thing to remember here is that once you hit rock bottom, there is nowhere to go but up. You need to accept whatever painful ending happened here. Like, it's over and it's done with. There's nothing you can do. You're being released from your pain. So whatever ended here, there's going to be a feeling of relief. You know, again, it may have been painful. It may have been a painful ending, but it's done. The pain is over with now. Look at the tens. And in the past, so the Ten of Pentacles, seeing that coming through again is really nice to see. So the Ten of Pentacles is like absolute financial security. But more importantly, it's about security in your life. But with the Ten of Pentacles, it's looking to the future to see what you can do now with what you have. You know, and again, connecting that with the last reading, it's like, you know, you have that in your life, but you need to enjoy what it is that you have. You know, and truly, yeah, what new thing can you do now? Because you have these endings happening. And in the present, so you still have opportunities coming through for some money. Oh, I like seeing that. So now even, you know, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it just means that, you know, it's coming to you from like an unknown source, or like maybe even an unwelcome one, like from the federal government, tax returns, things like that, right? So the Ace of Pentacles, again, these are opportunities coming through for security in your life. And look at it. There's the end and there's the beginning. So it's understandable that, you know, you're looking ahead there to see what you can do now with what you have and what you have coming to you. But with that Ten of Swords, man, there is a painful ending somewhere. But, you know, again, you're going up now. The pain is over with. But you have to accept it. That's one of the biggest things for me when I see the Ten of Swords. It's like you have to accept that what happened before is done with now. Oh, future conditions. The Queen of Wands. We shall see how this unfolds, but, you know, is this being your energy coming through? This is about you stepping into your own power. Now, the Queen of Wands, very dynamic person. She's like the manager. The difference between her and the King is that the King will have people following him. The Queen, like, gets them organized. You know, she can take that group of people and say, here, you do this, and you do this. As a person, this is definitely a fire sign. But, you know, it's like with that Ten of Swords there, you know, again, it's like this need to accept the end. And there may be an ending happening with a person, you know, or there may be a new beginning going on. We shall see. Your best path to follow. Now, the Five of Wands speaks about competition, but this also speaks about brainstorming. So this This versus the Five of Swords is like you come out on top. This card says that you do have something to offer, not to fear the competition that may be around you. And, you know, if you're doing some brainstorming here, it's like, don't allow other people to like silence your opinion, basically. You know, you do have value. What you offer is worthy. You know, and again, it's you come out on top here. Where with the Five of Swords, it's just bullshit conflict. This is much better to see, but I really feel like it's saying that, you know, not to worry about whatever competition may be going on around you. And if it has to do with a fire sign, you know, definitely again with the Five of Wands, it's you coming out on top. And in your environment, the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is like, you know, usually looked at as like theft and underhanded business dealings and just yuck. Now, to me, this is about protecting the things that you have. It's like there may be this feeling of having to leave something behind, but having it in your environment, it's like, you know, and it's possible that something may have been taken from you, and there's this feeling that you need to protect what's important to you. But, you know, seeing it, it's like, what are you doing? I definitely feel like, you know, this person is like, I worry that maybe this person is like trying to steal creative ideas from you, maybe. I don't know, but with that being in your environment, you need to protect the things that are important to you for sure. Oh, your hopes and your fears, and it makes sense. The Three of Swords is all about heartbreak and betrayal, and this is also about separation. Now, if you have a fire sign around you, you know, I feel like this person may have made you feel like, you know, you're losing something here, and it's causing this feeling of like heartbreak. It's almost like this person may betray you in some way. I don't know. I don't get a good feeling about her, you know, because when you look at the Queen of Wands on the flip side, you know, this is somebody who's very self-absorbed. And I worry here. I worry that there's this need to accept the ending of whatever situation is going on with this person here. Because, you know, you got the Five of Wands here that's saying that there may be this feeling of competition. With the Seven of Swords, it's like, you know, is somebody stealing your creative ideas? You know? And then with Three of Swords, it's like fearing having to deal with that betrayal. Like, you know, did this person really do this to me? Oh, and the outcome, the High Priest. So, you know, when you talk about being guided by spirit and following your instincts here, you know, if you're dealing with something, you know, and I just feel like I have to say this, if you're dealing with something like in the workplace or something that involves your money, I would be careful of the people that you're dealing with. But the High Priest is that you're going to get a better understanding of the situation. So the High Priest or the Hierophant. Back in the Middle Ages, when you wanted to learn how to read and write, you would have to go to the monastery and speak to the Hierophant because they were the only ones that taught that at that time. This is about a higher education. It's also about orthodox beliefs, doing things in the traditional way. You know, I feel like you're being led to a better understanding of this situation that's going on here that may be involving this person, you know. But again, it's like with eternal youth, you know, looking at it and it being the very first card in Le Vampire, you know, it's definitely a new beginning for you. I mean, you're definitely going to have these opportunities coming through, but I would be careful about who you have involved with this here. You know, I mean, I don't know. I have this feeling that maybe this person is like stealing creative ideas from you, you know, and it's like you're fearing having to deal with the fact that maybe this person has betrayed you. But that 10, you know, the 10s and then seeing that 1, to me, it's a new beginning for you. There's going to be an ending. But with the high priest, again, I feel like when you talk about guides, the high priest also speaks about mentors coming through to help, and there's instinct. It's like your guides are leading you to something so much better, and definitely a higher understanding, a higher education. But, again, I would be careful with the people that you're working with, or a person specifically. Back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. Yes, I love it. I love it because when you look at what may be going on, this shady stuff that may be happening with this person, especially if it has to do with work, it's like, and it goes perfect with eternal youth. Getting back to what you love. This may feel really shitty right now, but it's leading you again to something so much better. And it'll give you that opportunity to really start to think about what it is that you truly want in your life, which from the last reading felt like some love and romance. Now, if you're single, when it comes to trying to create that in your life, when you talk about physical touch is important, right? When it comes to your family and stuff, exactly what it says. Give them a pat on the back, give them a hug, and listen to them. Those are the kinds of things that you will attract into your life when you start to act and think that way. You set this vibration out into the universe, which brings it right back to you. And I love the back to what you love with the situation happening here. It'll give you a chance to reevaluate what's important to you and what it is that you truly love and what you truly want in your life. Okay, Scorpio, so I feel like there's still this focus here on what you're doing as far as your monetary wealth goes. It may have to do with your work too, especially with the Five of Wands showing up as your best path to follow. Now, seeing the Ten of Swords as a signifier to me is good. It's shitty, but it's good because it means that what's going on here is going to be done with. This isn't something that you're going to continuously have to deal with. So I feel like here, and I hate saying this, there may be an ending of a relationship. Now, whether this is romantic or a work partnership, there's going to be an ending happening here because I feel like this person is responsible for this feeling of loss in your environment right now. And this feeling of needing to protect yourself and what it is that's important to you. And then there's this fear of the betrayal that may be going on with this person. That's just what I feel like. Now, with the Five of Wands as your best path to follow, again, it's telling you that you do have something to offer here. But seeing that with this, I feel like maybe this person is stealing some creative ideas from you. But with the High Priest pulling out, I really feel like, and with instinct definitely, when you speak about guides and mentors coming through, I feel like you're going to be led to something so much better. Because again, with the 10 and the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, there's still opportunities there for you to get back to what it is that you love. And it's going to bring this feeling of youth that's going to be returned to you. Now, if you're feeling tired and wore out by all of this, it's understandable. But again, I really feel like you're going to have a better understanding of what's going on here. And again, with the 10 of Swords, there's going to be this ending. Once you hit rock bottom, there is nowhere to go but up. So if you're dealing with some kind of a work situation, there may be an ending here, but again, it's leading you to something better. You may not see it right now, which is understandable with this nasty shit going on here. These two together, no good at all. Now, again, with instinct, you need to follow your instincts when it comes to this situation. If you feel like a person around you is, doing some nasty, horrible shit to you, then yeah, your gut feeling is probably telling you the right thing here, that there needs to be an ending. But when you look at what you pulled with Whispers of love, I like it. So now when you take your focus away from what's going on in your work situation, if you're with somebody right now, Scorpio likes physical touch, yes. I have to hear from my husband all the time that I'm a person, you damn Scorpios. So it's important to remember to listen to the people that are around you. Listen with your heart. And not just constantly feeling up on them. You got to listen to them too. And then with the situation that's happening here, I really love what you pulled here. Back to what you love. I really feel like what's happening here is going to open you up to seeing the situation for what it is. You're going to get a better understanding of what's happening here. But it's going to lead you to this beautiful spot where, you get to do something new here. And it's going to return that youthful feeling back to you. So, pay attention to your instincts here, because I really feel like your guides are trying to lead you out of this and into something much better.